All right, guys. Picking it up after a little bit of a different setup, and I didn't have enough storage on my phone. Again, it's a learning process, so we're just going to start it back off at the top of the third with the Tigers up and Don Wirt facing Bob Gibson. And the pitch. 41 is a blank on Wirt's card. Gibson's pitching on a C. 41 is a walk. So Wirt draws a walk. McLean is up. McLean is going to bunt. The way bunting works in this game, there's an SH rating down here. That's a sacrifice hit rating. You roll a six-sided die once. If it's a 6, he's out. If it's a 5 and less, he gets the bunt down. Okay, he gets the bunt down. Now we're going to roll it again. Same thing. 5 or less, it's a successful sacrifice. And it is. McLean sacrifices. Wirt goes to second. Wirt on second, 1 out. Dick McAuliffe. McAuliffe gets a 24, which is an out. 16 is a ground out to short. It's a slow roller, so the man on second advances. McAuliffe grounds to short. Wirt goes to third. 2 outs for Mickey Stanley against Gibson. So 31 is a blank off Gibson's card. That's a single. It's a 9, so it's a single to right. Wirt scores. Tigers trail only by 1. Stanley on first with 2 outs. Al Kaline. Kaline gets a 44. 44 on Kaline's card is a single. First to third on a single, and you roll a 3, it's single to right. He advances if the white die is a 2. It is not. So it's a single. Stanley has to stop at second base. There are times, depending on the 20, that the outfielder's arm might come into play, or the runner's speed. Not in this case, though. First and second, 2 outs for Norm Cash. Cash rolls an 11. Doubles are usually good on a batter's card. Not in this case. 11 is a strikeout for Cash. There's your third out. Tigers get 1. So, at the end of 2.5, it's 2-1. We move to the bottom of the third. Again, working around the tripod. Lou Brock leads off against McLean. He rolls a 12. That's a strikeout. 1 away. Kurt Flood. Kurt Flood rolls a 16. That's an out. The X is if there was a man on first, it'd be a possible double play. There is none, so it's a straight out. The 20 is a 13. For a righty batter, a 13 is a ground out to short. 2 outs. Roger Maris is up. 21 is an out. 16 is a ground out to short. 3 up and 3 down for the Cardinals. After 3 innings of play, it's 2-1. Game 1 of the World Series of 1968. I have 8 World Series sets for this game. I figured this one would be the most interesting because of the matchup. I mean, they're all good. 69, 1980, to name a few. I figured this for a first video would be a good matchup. Willie Horton to face Gibson. 34 on Horton's card is a blank. Gibson under the C is an out. 15, he bats righty. That's a ground out to short. 1 out. Jim Northrup is up. Northrup gets a 61 as a blank. On Gibson's card, that is a K. Strikes him out. 2 dead. Bill Freehan. Freehan gets a 14. That's a single if it's a 1, and it's a 1. Freehan with a 5% chance. It gets a single. He's on first with 2 outs. For Don Wirt. The pitch to Wirt is a 45, is a blank. On Gibson's card, 45 is an out. 19 is a fly out to right. So after 3.5, Cardinals are up 2-1. And you're going to have Orlando Cepeda leading off against Denny McLean. Pitch to Cepeda. That's a 56. That's a blank. McLean's in his B column. 56 is a strikeout. That's 1 out. Tim McCarver. McCarver gets a 34 as a blank. McLean's card, that's a single. McCarver on first. 1 away from Mike Shannon. I'm not going to hit and run because it's McCarver, but every batter does have a hit and run rating, A being the best, down to E. He's a C, so he's mid-level. There's a chart for that. I'm not going to do the hit and run, so I'm just going to swing with Shannon. Homered early in the game, 2-run homer. 33. Shannon gets a single. 8 on the 20 tells me that it's a single to center. The runner holds, but can run with risk. That's what it says on the chart. Run with risk would mean I would roll a D6. I would look at the arm of the center fielder, which is Northrup. Northrup's arm is superior. There's S for superior, A for average, W for weak. Or strong, whatever you want to call it. If I decide to send McCarver, I would roll it, the six-sided dice. 1 to 5, he's out. So, he's not going to go. First and second, 1 out. Julian Javier's up. 65 is a home run off the pitcher's card. But you see there's a -6. So I would look at McLean's card for home run 1 to 9. You're -6 from that. So it would be a 1 to 3. I don't like the way this 20 is laying, so I'm going to roll it again because it could be a home run. So 1 to 3, it's a home run. Anything else, it's an out. It's a 9. It's a fly out to right. So a fly out to right with runners on first and second. Runner holds. F or A runner advances to third. So we check McCarver's speed. He's an F, which is fast. He automatically goes to third. He tags up. So you got first and third, 2 outs for Dal Maxwell. He rolls a 45. It's a blank. On McLean's card, a 45 is an out. 17 is a fly out to left. And that'll end your inning. Cardinals threaten. Can't extend their lead. We got 2-1 as we move to the top of the 5th. Sorry about the card shuffling. And you got McLean leading off against Gibson. Pitcher fatigue. The bottom of Gibson's card, you'll see a thing that says BFS. That means batter's face if he starts. He can face 37 before fatigue sets in. And McLean is 36. So they could both pitch well 4 times through the order. And since the close game, I'll let McLean swing. He gets a 41. It's an automatic out. 15. He bats righty. That's a ground out to short. You got 1 away. Dick McAuliffe is up. McAuliffe gets a 52. That's a defense KD check. Check the 21st, a 13. Not in the strike range. So 52 is an error check. Again, the chart is off screen. Just because it's easier. So I roll these. I read them like APA, 44. It's a ground ball to second base. We now check the error rating of Javier. Javier's error rating is a 5. 1 to 5, he makes the error. Anything else, he makes the play. 7. Ground out to second base. 2 outs for Mickey Stanley. 16 is an out. And 12 on the 20 is a pop out, 6-sided dice, a 6. He pops out to short. And that'll end your inning. Bottom 5, still 2-1 Cardinals. Pitchers duel, as expected. No surprises there. I don't think so. Okay, bottom 5, Gibson to face McLean. Gibson gets a 24. That's an out. 17 is a fly out to left. 1 out. Lou Brock. As I said, we always check the batter's card first. That's why I have it on this side. Brock gets a 63 as a blank. McLean, 63 is a K. Brock strikes out yet again. 2 outs for Kurt Flood. Grounded short his last time up. Flood gets an 11. This is a single plus. 9 on the 20 tells me it's a single to right. For those that care to know that. All right, so now the plus is a steal attempt. So Flood's on first with 2 outs. You don't have to do the steal. But it's it's in the rules that is an automatic steal attempt. I go by game situation. Up by 1. Bottom of the 5th, he's going to go for it. The way we do a steal is you look at his SBS rating. His stolen base rating is a 13. Again, it's based on a 20-sided die. The catcher, freehand, has an S arm, strong, superior. You -2 from that 13. So it's a 1 to 11. He's safe. Anything over 11, he's out. It's a 5. Stolen base for Flood. And as a side note, if freehand had an error rating of a 5, it would be an overthrow into the outfield. He's only a 1. So if I would have rolled a 1, it would have been a stolen base for Flood and an overthrow into the outfield, which would have sent Flood to third base. So Flood's on second. 2 outs for Roger Maris. Maris gets a 62, which is a blank. On McLean's card, that is a strikeout. So that'll end the inning. After 5, 2 to 1, St. Louis. I'm going to go top 6. Gibson back on the hill. There are rules. Some guys have house rules for rolling during the game. If the guy's pitching a shutout, they see if maybe they can improve their grade. I don't do it that way. It's not in the rules. I'm not a big homebrew guy. I kind of play it out of the box. And it seems to work. Top 6 for Kaline. Kaline gets a 46. That's a ballpark check. Okay. Ballpark card is now off camera. Here's what the ballpark card looks like. You look at the 20. The 20 is a 3. Okay, Busch Stadium. Kaline bats righty. A 3, 2 to 4 would be a double. If the batter didn't have any home runs, triples, or doubles, he can't hit them on the ballpark card. Kaline had 14 doubles, so double for Kaline. That's how that works. The ballpark doesn't come into play a lot. Enough to matter. Kaline's on second. Tigers down by 1 to Norm Cash. Cash gets a 36, which is a blank. Gibson is 36 is an out. 9 is a fly out to right. Let's see if he advances. And it's a fly out to right. He holds. If the white die is a 1, he could run with risk. He can't in this case, so he has to hold. Consider it like maybe a shallow to mid-deep fly ball. 1 out, Kaline on second for Horton. Horton gets a 25 is an out. A 10 is a line out. He lines out to third. 2 outs. The 20, there is no double, in case people are wondering why it wouldn't be a double play check. Only if that was a 20. 10 is a line out. 20 is a line out with a double play check. So, 2 outs. Kaline still at second. Jim Northrup. Northrup gets a 62, which is a blank. Gibson's card, 62 is a K. So he gets out of it, despite a leadoff double by Kaline. 4, 5, 6. Okay, go bottom 6. Still 2 to 1 Cardinals. Really good game. Like I said, there are a few guys playing it. I like the small footprint. There are things I like about it. Every season, every one. Plus, he has World Series matchups. And if you're interested, it's on ASG. ASGgames.com is where you can order it. It's called Fall Classic Baseball. Bottom of the 6. McLean still good batters-wise, and Cepeda will sign. 45 is a blank. B column is an out. 13 for a right-handed batter. Cepeda grounds out to short. That's 1 out. Tim McCarver. McCarver gets a 61 That's an out. I don't have to check the pitcher's card. 9 is a fly to right. 2 dead. Mike Shannon is up. Shannon gets a 14. Strikeout. Don't even have to check McLean's card. Okay. 3, 5, 6. Top 7. We are still 2-1. Change out the pitches. If we get to the fatigue factor, I'll show you how that works. If they go over or are about to go over. Gibson will pitch to Freehand. Freehand gets a 25, is an out. 6 is a ground to short. 1 out. Don Wirt. 14 is an out. 16 is a ground out to short. Getting 6s and 16s. 2 outs for Denny McLean. I can't take him out. 8, 4, 5, 6. I didn't let him swing. Oh boy, McLean gets a 66, which is a triple from a 1 to 6. Anything else is a single. 20 rolls and 1. So Denny McLean triples in the top of the 7th. Okay. He's on 3rd with 2 outs for Dick McAuliffe. McAuliffe's going to swing. Gibson not scared of McAuliffe. And McAuliffe gets a 66. With the 7, he triples. All right, what's the odds? Back-to-back triples. That scores McLean. And McAuliffe is now on 3rd with 2 outs. Oh, shush. 2 outs, McAuliffe on 3rd for Mickey Stanley. Stanley gets a 61, is a blank, and is on Gibson's card, that is a strikeout. Tigers tie it up. All knotted up at 2, going bottom 7. I was going to pinch hit for McLean. Go figure. Okay. McLean is going to start the inning off on the mound. And against Julian Javier. Javier swings. 55. Double to an 8. It's a 6. Javier doubles. Okay. He's on 2nd. Maxville's only a 3 for his bunting. So I'm not going to bunt, even though I do have the pitcher up next and pitch it. Let Maxville swing. Maybe we can drive him home with a single. 46 is a ballpark check. So we go to the ballpark card. 15 on the 20. Maxville bats righty. A 15 is a foul pop caught. Fouls out 2. He fouls out to the catcher. That's how you figure out who caught the foul. You don't have to. I like to do that just to see who caught it. You can just put foul out. 1 out, man on 2nd. Sorry, Bob. That's going to be it for Gibson. And they will pinch hit with Bobby Tolan. Gibson pitched the distance in real life in this game, so I'll use whatever reliever I think would fit. Bobby Tolan up, man on 2nd, 1 out. Here's the pitch from McLean. 44, that's a single. Okay. Single for Tolan. 12, it was hit to center. Javier has to hold 3rd, but he can risk it. Again, running with risk, it's hit to center. So, I mean, that's Northrup's arm. This is a 1. Oh, no, he has an S. I'm sorry, he's an S1. So he's going to stay. 1st and 3rd. 1 out. Tolan also came up as a single plus. So he's going to try to steal. He's a 13. -2 for Freehand's arm is an 11. I'm not going to go. I'm going to take that chance. 2 outs. I can still score on a fly ball. Runners at the corners, 1 out. I'm going to play the infield in for Brock. 31 is a blank on McLean's card in his B column. 31 is a single for Brock. So Brock singles. Javier scores. Tolan on 2nd 16. That ball is hit to right. He advances. If K-Line's arm is weak, it is not. So he stays. If there was 2 outs, he would advance. They'd consider getting a jump, crack at a bat. But he doesn't in this case. He got first and second. Cardinals up. And Kurt Flood is up. First and second, 1 out. 43 is a blank. McLean's card, that's an out. 12, he pops out. 3 to first base. 2 outs. Runners at first and second. For Maris. Did not have that great a year. 35 on Maris's blank. On McLean's card, that's also an out. That's a 3. He bats lefty. He grounds out to first. And that ends your inning. But after 7, Cardinals are up 2-1. And we will get a pitcher in for Bob Gibson in 1 second. Sorry. We're going to go with I probably should have had a guy on the side ready. So my apologies for that. We'll go with Dick Hughes for St. Louis. He's a reliever. He could face 13 batters before he gets tired. The BFR, that's batters faced in relief. He's a right-hander. And he's going to start it off against K-Line. And here we go. Top of the 8th. 3-2 Cardinals. 23 for K-Line is an out. 1 is a ground ball back to the box. It's 1 out. Norm Cash. I am scoring the game, by the way. I have it on the side. Norm Cash is up. 22. 1-5, he's hit by pitch. 6-14 is a strikeout. Anything after that is an out. He rolls a 20. That is a line out. He bats lefty. It's a line out to first. 2 outs. And Willie Horton is up. Horton gets a 61. Oh, I forgot to do Dick Hughes' columns for when he came in. That does happen in this game with me a lot. So I'll do it now to see how his warm-up pitches went. I probably should have done 16, so he's a C. So 61, Horton's a blank. C, it's still a strikeout. That is a mistake I do make this, even when I play without doing a goofy video on it. Horton strikes out. Especially relievers. You bring him in, you're so worried about it, Anyway, no harm, no foul. Like I said, this is still considered a test video for me. McLean can face 4 more guys, so he'll stay in and face Cepeda. Cepeda gets a 51. That's a KD check. 4 would be a strikeout. 1, 2, 3, or 4. Shush. He rolls a 5. So it's not a strikeout. 51 is an error check. So we roll the dice. You get a 23. It's hit to short, so it's going to be an error check on Dal Maxville. His error rating is a 6. 1 to 6, he makes an error. Anything over 6 is not. And in this case, because of what I rolled on that I rolled a 23, would be a 2-base error. Nope. Ground out to short. Cepeda's gone. And I looked at the wrong shortstop. It was Mickey Stanley. Yeah, he would have got it anyway. 1 out for McCarver. 35 is a blank. And in McLean's card, an out. 4 is a ground out to second. 2 outs. Mike Shannon. He rolls a 12. That's a strikeout. Okay. Go top 9. Dick Hughes is still good. He'll be facing Northrup, Freehan, and Wirt. Maybe. All right, here we go. They need 1 to tie. Pitch to Northrup is a 41. It's blank. Hughes on the C is a walk. Northrop draws. Will you be quiet? So Northrop is on first. Freehand is not a good bunter, so he's going to swing away. 34 is a blank on Hughes's card. 34 in the C is an out. And 11 is a ground out. You look at the 4 in this case, it's a ground out to second. Let's see if it's a double play. Runner on first. F or an A runner advances to second. Northrop is fast. So it's a 4-3 or a ground ball C for all you Strat fans. Man on second, 1 out. Don Wirt. Wirt will swing. 63 is a blank on Hughes's card. That's a strikeout. Okay. 2 outs. Runner in scoring position. Looking to tie the game. And Denny McClain, of course, will not be batting. Let's see what we got here. Let's see what we got on the Tiger bench. Definitely not Ray Euler. Okay, we're going to go with Gates Brown. It's probably the best of what's there. All right, Gates Brown. Man on second. 2 outs for the game. Dick Hughes to Brown. Brown gets a 53. That's a KD check. His 1-3 off Hughes's card. That's a 9. So 53 is a range check. So we'll roll those 2 dice. 31 on my chart tells me it's a range check on the pitcher. So it's hit to Hughes. If Hughes doesn't make the play, it's 2 stars, which again, similar to Strat, is a 2-base advance by the runners. So Hughes's range is a 13. He needs a 1-13 to make the play. Anything over 13, he doesn't. And he does. Grounds out, tosses to first, and there is your first game of the 1968 World Series. Thanks for watching, whoever does. And put any kind of comments you can. If you want us, if I should move stuff, if I should talk less, if I should talk more. First time doing it, so. Thanks, guys. Final score, 3-2 Cardinals. Gibson gets the win. Hughes gets a save. And Denny McClain will take the loss. I'm not going to add up all the stats. Again, this is just not a project video. It's just a one-off to see how it would come out. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you guys again soon.